What's up guys, Life and Fate here. Just doing a bit of an informal unboxing of the Level 10. This is my one. At the moment the Ting is in the other room putting the computer together. Now what we'll do with this one is I actually have my computer in another case at the moment, the Thermaltake 100. I was actually waiting for the Level 10, the GT, to get into Australia's shores. We didn't actually have it here, so I had it in an Thermaltake 100. I had to kind of squeeze it in there a bit, but this guy will have the computer will have a lot of room to breathe in this one, and looking to have some liquid cooling support in this, which is great. So what we'll do, we'll have a quick look at it. So inside there's a bit of foam packaging on the top, lots of styrofoam, which is always great, environmentally friendly. Now if you just want to have a quick look at here, it's actually inside this big cloth bag. Now what I'm pretty confident we're going to have to do is try to get the case out with the convenient handle that it comes with. Move that to the side. So what we'll do, we'll have a quick look at that. So that's actually inside the bag. So it comes in a full cloth bag. So when you open it up, a lot of the time when you open a case, you can actually, if you're not careful, normally you are, you're building a computer, but sometimes you can accidentally nick the case when you're opening up if you don't have kind of a big area like we do at the moment. If you're on carpet or something like that, you can easily scratch the thing. So it's really handy that they put it inside one of the cloth bags here. Now I just want to have a look. I'm pretty confident that it opens from the bottom up, because that would make sense. Yes, it does. So just give me a minute. Alrighty, so there it is. Alright, so here's the case, out of the box and up on another bench. So if you look at it straight away, you see that it's really cool hard drive bays that are hot swappable straight away. And what you actually see, you can't see it at the moment, but when it's on, there's actually some lights that show you which hard drive bays are kind of used at the moment, which is really handy, so then you know which you can swap out straight away. Now, another thing that you can look at the front that's really helpful is that you got the 5.25 inch bays, so you can have DVD-ROM drives or Blu-ray drives in there, which is really convenient. They're right there for you. So you got your power button, reset, and then a couple of USBs and some more I/O ports at the front. You've actually got I think it's a Kensington lock, one of those openings here, which is actually for a 2.5 inch. It's also an external one that you'll at least be able to take out and open out there. So you actually basically, to get the hot swappable drive out, you have to unlock it, which I haven't done. But you press that and the whole tray would basically pull out. At least be able to take out and open out there. So you actually basically, to get the hot swappable drive out, you have to unlock it, which I haven't done. But you press that and the whole tray would basically pull out. And we'll show you a little bit later when the Ting is building his one, what that's going to look like. So what we'll do, we'll have a look at the side now. And you can immediately see that behind here, you have a beautiful glass window. Now there's some plastic on the inside, but we'll take that one off. But what you can do is you can, of course, you'll be able to see straight into your system. So huge fan here with a removable filter that you can take out and clean if you need to. I don't know if it's locked in or if I just can't get it out. We'll have a look at it later. So what you got to do is, that's actually, we've unlocked it, but what you normally do is there's a little button under here you press, and the front just swings out. And immediately you can see the inside of it, which is absolutely massive. There is so much space. It can fit MATX, ATX, and eATX form factors, so you'll be able to fit in some massive motherboards into here, which would be really great. Something you can also notice is that you can see kind of some holes there, or some rubber holes at the back, and what that actually is, that's some insane cable management that we'll have a look at in a minute. But this is the box that it comes with inside, and there's some sort of accessories packaging. Now it's got some pretty useful things in there. Of course it comes with the guide. Something it's got every single screw you'd ever need and all the cable management types, which is really great. Now one of the next things that you have inside there is the guide that's inside there. So and also just a quick sort of production catalog of of Thermaltake. Now one of the last things inside there is so firstly it's this CPU, PCI to CPU, and then this headphone holder. So what you do is you can slide it in there, and then if you're playing games and you ever need to, you're at LAN or something like that, because again you can move it because you've got a handle to hold it up there. If you're ever gaming and you need to go away, you got your headphones, you can just rest them on there, which is really convenient then. So you've actually got a place to store them in the interim. So what we'll do, we've had that little look inside again, and I'll see if there's an inside bit of plastic. No, there's not. But what we'll have a look at then is we'll look at the back. So I'll just lock this one up. So there's actually some USB 3 ports on the top that you can use, and an eSATA. Then you've got your fan LED color, because it's got 3 colors. It's got the color shift fans in there, so you've got blue, red, and green. You can then have the different fan speeds, low and high. So that's really great, because I hate a case where you can't change the fan speed. Alrighty, so here's the back. And again, you instantly can see the 3 different ports for liquid cooling straight away for all the tubing to come out of. Now, of course, you got one of the locks on there. There was another one that we used before, and these are where you'd be able to unscrew it to open the cage there for the PCI cards to poke out, so your graphics cards and stuff like that. Of course, you've got your PSU slot down the bottom that you'd be able to screw in. It can accommodate every PSU that you need, and extra long PSUs, which is really great because again, the case is massive and designed for pretty much any form factor motherboard you'd like to think of. What we'll do is we'll turn it around again and we'll have a look at the other side now, and this is looking at some of the really cool cables management inside. So we'll pop the case off, and instantly you're going to see a huge variety of different holes where different locations where you can poke the different cables that you have from the motherboard and the GPU and all that sort of stuff. So you can actually hide it all out of the way, because guys, if I can give you one piece of advice, cable management and utilizing the space you have and having the most airflow is one of the most important things in a build. Having everything, I've seen some terrible builds where everything's just cluttered and strewn around everywhere, and there's no real management, but if you tie everything down like they've already got here for all of the inbuilt hot swappable bays here and stuff like that, I mean, it just simplifies the whole build. If it's all labeled and you know what's happening and you know what's going on if you ever need to change any of that sort of stuff. So again, it's some really great cable management utilities that they've given you here. And again, a window, so you'd see the back of the motherboard here and 3 different locations. But yeah, that's the case in a nutshell. We'll go into it a little bit further when you can see some of the parts in action when the Tinger actually builds his machine, which he's doing at the moment. But we'll cut to that, and we'll kind of continue from when the case and the motherboard and the RAM and all that he's put together will go into the case. So we'll have a look at that one next, just in the link.